Hey, what's up everyone? So in this video I'm going to be showing how to remove the stock antenna from your Ford Taurus. This should work for any Ford Taurus between the years of 2000 and 2007. So for example, if you were to break your antenna at a car wash, or if for some reason, like in my case, you're not able to remove the antenna by hand, then you will have to do some extra steps, which I will be showing in this video. Okay, so here's the Ford Taurus, and as you can see, the antenna has been stripped off. So in my case, I had to go to the junkyard to grab a new antenna base mount with the plastic cover and the antenna nut, as you can see here. I also have my new antenna from Amazon. And optionally, you'll want to get an antenna socket nut removal tool. It's completely optional. You can probably just use your flathead screwdriver to remove that. But in this case I have one, and of course you'll want some sockets. And that special socket tool, I found it on eBay for like 12 bucks, and it came with a set of 2. Okay, so in my case, this was actually more frustrating than I thought it was going to be. The reason being is that that nut there didn't want it to come off, even with the special nut tool. So I had to go to extreme measures and grab a flathead and hammer to destroy that nut. And after that, I was able to remove the plastic cover. And then after you do that, you should be able to remove the antenna base from the inside of the trunk. And here you can see the antenna stripped off, and there was no way I was able to install a new antenna without doing all this extra work. So next we want to go inside of the trunk here, and we have to start removing some of these knobs and pins to pull back the cover. And so this is pretty straightforward. You can use special tools if you have them, but here we're just trying to pull this back so that we can get access to that antenna base mount. It's being held by 2 nuts and bolts, or 2 bolts total. And this wire here, you can unplug that by hand, just like that. Next you want to remove the 2 bolts. And remember, the whole reason we're doing this is because this antenna base mount is an all-in-one, and so we cannot install our own custom antennas. So we have to move this one and swap it out with one that will allow us to install our own antenna. And so I grabbed this from a junkyard from another Ford Taurus. I think it was like an 04 and 05. I don't know if you can find it online, but I had to go to the junkyard for this piece here. So to install this, it's just the reverse. Just have to bolt everything back. And you don't need to tighten these too hard. You don't need to use an impact gun for these. So after the antenna base is installed, we can start putting back the other pieces. So these I grabbed from the junkyard as well, since we broke the original ones. And so here I'm going to be using that special antenna nut tool. But if you don't have this, you can probably just use your flathead screwdriver. Again, this tool is completely optional to have unless you're going to be working on antennas quite frequently. You can probably just borrow it from a friend. Don't forget to reconnect this cable. And all the hard steps are pretty much done at this point. Don't forget to put back your trim cover. There might be a couple of pins and knobs to put back, but that's pretty straightforward. And finally we can grab our new antenna and install this. This one's from Amazon, and I had to do some pre-assembly off camera. But it just screws in like that. And of course, as a final test, you want to make sure everything is working as expected. So go inside your car and turn on the radio and see if it works. And that's all there is to it.